Hello, my crafty friends. It's Linda. And I am actually here because I want to talk to you about the Cling / red rubber stamps. And I want to do this because I have had some questions from some newer folks that have come back and started to shop about the difference between these and how best to, how best to store them, put them together, all that stuff that they didn't exactly warn us all about. And so I thought I'd share, trying to get this straight, kind of, sort of. So I thought I'd share a little bit about how I'm put them together, and I've seen a couple different ways, but this is what's kind of worked for me. You open it up. This is a cling stamp, which means it is your red rubber. Pretty simple there. This particular set also has dies that go with it, the mixed label dies. So I'm going to use a 5x7 magnetic sheet that I get off of Amazon. It's got the back that sticks to it. So we'll put this together and have this off the desk. I push it in right here like that. And it has become my preferred way of storing dies, so that I keep the dies with the stamp set that they're associated with. And I tear off this piece that gives me the information about the die, you know, the code mixed label dies. And I will add some additional information to this just to help me keep track of some things. This banner is going to be really good because we'll do lots of things. Then there's some nesting dies in here, which are great. And there's some little. Now you'll notice that these, a bunch of dies that, oh my goodness, that have, that's another reason why I prefer this. I do not like this sticky tape stuff. Don't care for it. All right, so this part is done, and now we just have our dies, or not our dies, but our stamps to put together. You have the rubber and you have the labels. Now, I have found, pull out one of these, these will stick to the block without putting the labels on, but it's kind of hard to tell what they are, so they will stick. Pleasantly surprised on that, but it's not a very strong stick. So we're going to come over here and take a look at what our label is. It says, "I'm so glad we are friends," which is right here. So I'm going to do this. Like I said, I've seen a couple ways of doing it. I have found to get the most accurate placement for me is to take off this one side and line up the foam and then peel off the other side. And by and large, that means that this is on pretty accurately to how it's going to stamp. Now, these tend to be pretty sticky, like really sticky. So I have kind of been doing this a little bit, kind of kill the stick, and then I just stick it onto here. And it stays pretty decently on that. And you just kind of figure out your next one. I tend to work from my smaller ones. Some people keep this. I stopped keeping it. People will keep it, though, to be able to tell if they're missing a stamp set or not. I try to be really good about putting them away so that I'm not worried about that. Okay. So line that up with, oops, And there we go. Pretty good. Not take the sticky off that one as much. Okay, this one says, "You're pretty wonderful." I know some folks who are pretty wonderful. This stamp set has a lot of use to it because of these sayings. And you can see it doesn't take long to set these up. I do try to make a point that when I open the box that I pull out everybody stamp-wise, get everything set up so that I can just start working with things that I want to work with. The reason I only peel off half of that at a time is to give myself a little grace in case I mess things up that I'm not struggling, which I can really be on the struggle bus to try and fix. So I think it's a pretty easy process doing it this way for me. I know that some people take the whole thing off. Some people try and take it out of there and put it onto here. Take it off of there and put it onto there. Somebody shared this with me, and I have found it to work for me a heck of a lot better than the 4 or 5 other ways I've tried to do it. My accuracy for having the top sticker, identification sticker, if you will, is a lot better than when I was trying to do it, take these out of here and try and put them on top one way or the other. Now you don't have to do that if you, in fact, I should not have done that. That causes me more grief than goodness. But this says, "You're on my mind." So if you get really, really good at this, you may be able to do that and be really good at getting it on. I am not always the best. And, oops. I'm trying just to do these cute little things, short videos. This is a smaller, very small, not long at all. So I am it's a little harder to get underneath. I do like that this has a with sympathy. Yes, with sympathy. For some reason, I tend not to buy stamps that say that, but I have a lot of situations that unfortunately, the older I get, it just seems to be more prevalent in my world where I need to be able to make cards this way. Okay. All right, we're almost done. 2 more to go after this one. I have to run and get the card, and then I'm going to share about how I stamp with these and be able to line them up, because it does take getting used to if you haven't done this for a while. Used to be a world when I first started stamping that all we had was rubber stamps. That's it. Rubber, red stamps, sometimes gray rubber, but most of it was all red. This is how the label can come out of there, and you don't have to do it. But this is how I'm doing it now. And you can see it's pretty nice to do. And here's our last one. And I think thank you. It's also a really tiny one, so I'm going to just put it on this way. Okay. And it pulls right up out of there. You gotta like it, or at least I do. And there are reasons that you want to use cling over photopolymer, aka acrylics. Get rid of that. Actually, I just realized there's something kind of cool on this. I'm gonna grab it actually, and I don't know how well this will work, but we'll see. I wonder just how sticky or not sticky this is. Just stick it in here. And then I'm able to see when I flip this over also what it is on that side. And you can count, I just count my pieces and count these, and as long as the front matches the back, we're good to go. So that is how I set up my cling or red rubber stamps. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys back a little bit later because I want to show you how to stamp with them. Thanks. Bye now.